So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world. And welcome to another interview of the Shield Dude on a Couch. And today, Couchers, uh, if I got a big one for you. If you've been living under a rug, Primal Fear has been putting out amazing power metal albums for a lot of years now. I think I've lost count. And we have their lead singer here, Ralf. So, first of all, Ralf, how are you today?
Good morning, Hector. Thanks for having me. I'm fine, thank you. I'm having a coffee right now, so could be better. Huh?
I tried to have coffee, but this morning I didn't have coffee at home, so I had to go get some, and the place didn't have coffee, so I didn't have my coffee, but I'm awake. So
It's mandatory for a guy from Puerto Rico, right? Isn't it?
for everywhere, we have great coffee here.
That's
So
true.
well, Primal Fear, it's a name that you guys being this new album, sorry, Domination, which comes out September 5th on Raining Fits Music. Which number album is this? Because I've lost count.
15.
15. That's a hell of a career. When I saw the promo, I'm like, yeah, like everyone who knows power metal knows Primal Fear. So 15 albums in, and this is your first release with Raining Phoenix Music, correct?
It's the second. We were Code Red, we were in Rainy Phoenix already, but it was Atomic Fire. I know the name changes all the time. Not all the time, but hopefully for the last time this time. But yes, it was, I think it's the second. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is the second for sure.
yeah. So I listened to the album. It's a very epic sounding album. So let's talk about a few of the tracks. First, let's talk about the track that opens the album, and it's the lead single, "The Hunter." That's a great song. You get that classic Primal Fear, like power metal, because your power metal, it's like very fast and with a lot of like guitar driven like melodies. So tell us a little bit about that track.
First of all, thank you for the compliment, Hector. It's really nice of you. And yeah, I mean, first we put out Far Away as the first single. That's because we wanted to have somehow people knowing that we didn't change something. So, because this is pretty much our style, which is on the album anyway, but we wanted to somehow pinpoint that we are still here. We're back somehow and still here. And that's the reason why we released Far Away as the first single. But coming back to The Hunter, a second single. So, yeah, that's what we always wanted, and that's what we write naturally as well. I mean, we are composing songs which comes from our heart, from our flesh and blood, without pretending to be someone else or so. So it's pretty much easy. We had 25 songs together, and then it was not easy to choose 15, and then it's not easy to choose a single, and so forth. But in the end, Matt is really good in these kind of things. So we had this, he had the proposals, we had the meeting, and then we decided to release step by step. And the second one was The Hunter. And Hope opening the album, that was coming back to the question, that was intentionally done that we have The Hunter going on because we love the harmonies which are going on in the pre-chorus and chorus, and people can sing along. And as we've been playing it live now 2 times already, also the feedback from the fans is really great. They just received messages again on Facebook that they are repeating the choir all the time. So it's great if you have a hook line coming up, you know.
Yeah, no, it's a great album opener. My next question was about obviously Far Away, which is also a great track. And it's it's melodic and it's a little bit less faster than the Hunter, but it makes for a great track. So uh, what what's your Ralph? What's your when you're writing lyrics and everything? What's your process?
Well, first of all, Far Away, I think it's faster. But anyway, yeah, we want to showcase the guitars there and what they can do shredding and playing fast. Coming back to the lyrics, we are writing stuff from our personal experience combined with stories. So it's not one on one what we experience sometimes. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So we have things going on which are going on in our mind from our lives, from our experiences, and we add some stories around it, right? So we pretty much not say everything one to one or obviously, we just pack it in a story. That's how we proceed. And Matt, Magnus, and I are writing the lyrics as well. So everybody's composing somehow arrangements and lyrics as well. So it's pretty much a teamwork again. And yeah, everybody's somehow bringing in their experience of life, or even just tell a story. Sometimes it's just tell a science fiction story from somebody out of space attacking us, and we are protecting us. Sorry. So that's pretty much how I proceed. And also, like I said, I add some personal stuff in there as well.
Yeah, so I want to talk. One of my favorite tracks from the record, which is not a single, I don't know if you have it as a single, is "I Am the Primal Fear." Uh, well, first of all, I was thinking, I don't know if this is the first time that they use Primal Fear in a song title. But yeah, that's a great track. And you mentioned hunting again on that track.
Thank you very much, first of all. And we keep that for the album. We have to get some candy left for the album. So there's no single from I Am the Primal Fear, although the feedback, right, like you, the press who received the material already, they are really digging the song. And it's great. And the good thing is we keep it on the album, so there has to be something left. We can't release all songs before. And that's the reason why we keep this one for the album. Yes, and I Am the Primal Fears. That's a mad lyric, and he wants to express like a martyr. Even if I'm going down with fire, and I'm the primal fear. But if in the end he's not going down, he's surviving. I think it's pretty much a story about what he has experienced the last couple of years, combined with some other stuff as well.
Yeah. And I'm glad of what you said that you don't want to give everything away because there are a lot of modern like metal bands, like they give you half the album. Sometimes they drop a single 2 years before the album, and when you hear it, it's like it's
You
nothing.
know,
So I
it's
think
changed somehow as well in times of streaming, in times of when bands put out a song every month and no album anymore. It's pretty much really changing. We want to keep up somehow, but we also want to keep a treasure somehow on the CD and the hardware that people can hold it in the hand, read the lyrics, and also the vinyl, which is coming back, luckily. So and that's still the case in heavy metal, that the people are still there, the physical people, like the physical music and the physical hardware you hold in your hands when you get it. And that's a good thing that the lucky percentage of fans out there, loyal fans, are still there buying the stuff. And I think they deserve that something is on the album and not always streamed out or released as a video. But both sides, I mean, we're happy to release the stuff before it comes out as candy, but we're also happy to have loads of candy left on the album.
yeah, I know, but I think it's good because I think like back in the 90s where I grew up, bands released that like two songs and then you have the album. So you had like a taste of the album, but not like the whole album. And
You're right. Yes.
I remember my favorite thing about buying physical copies when I bought CDs was taking the booklet out and smelling it.
Okay.
Because it smells fresh.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, and yeah, you can also smell the music. That's true.
You can almost smell the music. But this album has, you have different, you have a lot of like fast songs, but you end the album on a ballad that I thought was very interesting. A time I won't forget.
A
Tell us
tune.
a little bit
A
about,
tune.
that
Yeah.
track.
Yes, I have to. I can say that this is coming from me. Although, as I said, we're working on as a team because the song was rudimentally done like 80%, and the other guys came in later when the band comes in. Then they did the end of composing as well. But this is pretty much was decided last minute that this will be on the album as a closer because it's pretty much we don't want to somehow sound the same all over. So I thought about something different. And when I write music, I don't think if this is going to be on the album or not. I just compose and think about it if it's going to be a good song. So I had this cello melody in mind, and later on, I thought, why not singing the melody too at the end of the song? But first of all, let's do some totally different. I was sitting on my couch watching a movie, not even taking really care of it, and and didn't concentrate on the movie. I just had this theme in my head, and then it's unbearable. There's too much pain. And all of a sudden, then this idea came up. Oh yeah, this sounds spooky somehow, and that's what I like. Sometimes the spooky stuff. Primal Fear never did this, so why not showcasing also my low voice here and there? Not only in the choruses of the song where it's all also there, but mixed down as a low part. But this time I wanted to have it as a lead vocal in the beginning.
Yeah, I think it was a good change of pace and showing, everything that you can do. So I'm going to show the artwork of the album so we can talk about it because it's a cool artwork and
Yes.
uh, it's important, especially in metal, the artwork. So, okay, here it is. The Domination, obviously, you have a staple, the eagle flying high. Tell us a little bit about what you were going for with the artwork.
Yes, that's our mascot, the eagle, like we always had somehow, apart from some singles. But once again, you have to have some change here and there. And the expression is, of course, the mighty eagles dominating whatever. If there's a war going on, people can also think their own story behind it. But there's something going on down there. He's just interfering and taking care and whatever and destroying the enemy. You know what you know how it is. It's pretty much metal theme and power and dignity and domination. So that was the idea behind it. And of course, this is created by Death Milk Designs together with Matt. Back and forth, they send copies, and it's not only AI; it's a hybrid. It's AI and human power behind it. That's what I somehow also label out here.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it looks cool, and I think it pretty much sums up the themes on the record. So talking
Yeah.
about Nation, it's coming out September 5th, and you're not only putting out the record that day, but you're also doing a headlining tour through Europe, and you're taking Elaine, which is a great band, by the way, to on tour with you. So tell us a little bit about what the fans can expect from that tour.
Yes. First of all, I totally agree to Elaine. Well, absolutely dig the band as well. So that's the reason why we took him. And it's a great combination for the fans. People gonna expect old songs we never played, and of course new songs. We're rehearsing right now these days, preparing for tour, and set together a set list. And of course, you got to check things out in the rehearsing studio first. Some songs work, some don't for any reason. So we're that's the reason why we heard some stuff. But there's gonna be for sure some old songs you never heard and loads of new songs.
Is there a song that you're like, we should never take this song off the set list?
Yes, there were some. I mean, in the past, some just didn't work. It's pretty much those shuffle songs sometimes it's a pretty Kiss of Death, for instance, from Nuclear Fire, I think that was. And we tried that out, and ding, 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 the shuffle stuff is not sometimes not always working. But yeah, and then on the other hand, you try other songs which you think don't work, and all of a sudden they work. So it's pretty much things you have to check out in the rehearsing studio.
Yeah, no, because I'm sure it's having 15 albums where you're putting out a set list. You want to please the old fans. You want to please newer. You want to have like a little bit of everything.
That's
Uh,
true. It's not easy.
Having a new album, you want people to listen to your new stuff. Which I've listened to your band for years, like different, and I like you always put out quality material. So like you can
Thank
listen
you.
on this one, and your voice still sounds as great as ever. Do you have a routine for to keep that voice healthy?
Yes, I'm trying to stay healthy. But healthy means I also stay healthy in my mind, which means I also enjoy life here and there, which means I have my little cocktail as well here and there on the holiday, or drink a white wine or a red wine, whenever the time will allow it. And of course, I have my little chocolate candy here and there. It's all a balance of life, and that's how my route and my routine is to stay relaxed somehow. I was not always like that. Sometimes I'm putting myself too much under pressure, but if you have the balance in life, then you have a healthy mindset. And secondly, of course, I warm up myself. I'm a vocal teacher. I have some exercises which help me, but you cannot always proceed them or somehow copy paste them to other people. Every vocal box is different. So you have your several tools and you just take your tool which you need out of your toolbox and prepare yourself for show and for singing the album. And yes, I feel a change already, but like I said, I have my workarounds which I can really bring my voice back to where I need it. And I'm really happy about it still. Never know what's going to happen, but let's knock on wood that it's going to stay like that.
Yeah, no, I think yeah, you're doing everything to maintain the voice because that's your instrument, as the
Sure.
singer, and especially
Yes, I have a. I also have a checkup once in a while. You go into the to an ENT and let the doctor look at it, and what do you want here? Your vocal cords look great, like a 20-year-old. Oh, thank you. Yeah, sometimes funny conversations at the doctor's house.
no, I'm sure it's hilarious. So from this upcoming album, yeah, I know it's sometimes I ask people this, but is there right now? Do you have like a favorite track or the one that you're most looking forward to sing live?
It's not easy, because we had 25 songs written and we picked the 13 favorites already. We have 15 recorded. Two are gonna be released later as some candy again. And yeah, it's not easy to pick a favorite, but let's say pretty much the Hunter I like very much because the pre-chorus is so melodic and everything. So, but it's really not fair to pick a favorite baby. So, but the Hunter stands out for me a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And the tracks that didn't make the cut, are you the type of band that you because some bands throw them away? Do you keep them because you never know if those tracks maybe can work for a future album?
That's a good question, Hector. I mean, yeah, we have them on our hard disks, and you never know what happens. But you always, when you're writing for the next stuff, you're just forgetting the old stuff because if they never made it somehow, why would they make it in the future? But sometimes you say, oh, there was a song I remember. Let's check. Because, you have to also pick an album with a right following of songs. And sometimes there maybe two songs sound too equal and you just cancel one out. So maybe for the next album, this is going to be valid. So we will see what's happening.
No, no, you have time.
Yeah,
So
true that.
Ralph, it's been great chatting with you about the new Primal Fear record,
Thank
Domination,
you.
out September the 5th. So I'll put the link for people who want to pre-order the vinyl, everything. And obviously, if you're in Europe, you will catch them on tour. No plans to visit America for now, or now you're going to focus on the European tour.
It's going to be South America next
All
year,
right.
and then we'll do
Even
some
better.
festivals. Yeah, but North America, I always say this, and everybody knows it's not so easy anymore. It's pretty much difficult with the working visas. You lose a lot of money. You got to see a lawyer. You got to see the embassy. You need social security numbers, and a hell of a list you have to fulfill before you stand on the border, not even knowing if you fulfill all these points, if all these parameters that you will get in. So it's a risk, and that's pretty expensive risk.
The-
And fans are thinking back and forth if they come or not. So it's not about the fans. We would love to come, believe me.
Yeah. The bad thing is that would include Puerto Rico, since
Yeah,
since we're a colony. But yeah, hopefully. But yeah, South America. Like a lot of people tell me that the fans in South America are just like different, very lively.
yes, they're pretty much into it, and that's good. I mean, also in Southern Europe, the southern countries are pretty much insanely great and a different style. So the northern people are also great, but they're South America, they're really going for it. Yeah.
Okay. So, Ralph, I don't want to take much of your time. I know you have more of this to do, but before I
Thank
let you
you.
go, anything you like to say to the fans before we go?
Thank you for your support for all those years. I mean, it's not only saying a sentence that it's said, it's really from my heart that we're also grateful that you are still here and that you are here and that you supporting this genre at all. And of course, our music. So thank you very much. And really, we hope to come. We can't promise, but we will be seeing each other hopefully soon. Okay.
Awesome. So Ralph, thank you for your time. So until next time, couchers, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.